Hello, in this video I'm going to show you how to do a oblique drawing of some lettering, starting with block letters. Just a few things to make sure you have: a nice sharp pencil with a ruler and an eraser. Let's start with some basic letters. Here I've already done some simple ones. I'll show you how I would start with, say, an L. Use a ruler, and if you use precise measurements like there, I've done 4 centimeters. There's 1 centimeter. Here's 3, and let's make this L 1 centimeter deep, thick I mean. So imagine you've got your lettering. You could do your initials perhaps. Remember, letters like L and T are easier than more complicated ones like M. And then to make that look 3D using the oblique technique, you just need to draw the diagonal lines at a 45-degree angle. So if I had a protractor, I could actually put it on and mark 45 degrees. I'm going to just do it based on my instincts. So let's say this was a distance of about 2 centimeters. That's about 45 degrees. I'm just going to slide my ruler up to that point. 2 centimeters there. Slide it to this point. 2 centimeters here. Slide it up. And then these are also 2 centimeters. What's crucial is that these lines are all parallel. So if these lines went on forever, like that, they would never cross. That's really important. And also make sure they're the same length. So if I check here, 2 centimeters, 2, 2, 2. And then it's just a matter of joining it up. And what you'd end up with then is a 3D looking, accurate oblique drawing of the letter L. You see? If I just show you with the T, this time I'll go in this direction. I'm just going to go 1 centimeter this time, so I'm going to start from that side. 1 centimeter there, there, slide the ruler up, there, and there. Again, all these lines are the same length that I've just drawn, and they're going off in that direction, and then I just have to go straight up, so that is now parallel with that. That's parallel with that one, and then along the top here, that's parallel with that. Okay, now, so they're fairly simple letters, an L and a T. Perhaps a more complicated one would be like an M, because these are slanted. But again, it's just the same principle, choosing a direction and then just the same length, same angle, each line you do. Okay, so it could end up looking like that. Again, once you've done that, you just have to then do these lines that connect up. So you end up with something looking like that. Now when you come to shade, just imagine you've got a light source. So let's say the sun was here, for example. And if that's my sun, then obviously the light source is coming from that direction. I'm going to have that side and that side quite light. I'm going to have this side very dark. So with your shading, just make sure all the pencil lines are going in the same direction. Try not to leave any white on the page. Look where my finger is on the pencil. See, it's quite high up the pencil. This helps me just shade quite accurately. And where it's shadow, don't be scared to go really quite dark. I've sort of cheated here. Try and get your pencil lines going in the same direction. I've actually crossed my shading. Shouldn't really do that. Okay, so have one dark side. Perhaps you could have like a sort of medium tone here, where you don't press as hard. Same here. And then you could have a light side or two. So they're fairly simple letters. If you try and something more complicated like an O or a C, curves are more difficult to do. So if I show you how I would do a C, start with a block letter, like that. Now, again, it's the same principle. You just find the points and you go off in the same direction, same angle. I'm just going to freehand this. These are all approximately the same length. You could join them up. And then it's just a matter of sort of adding the curve that gradually disappears. Here the curve comes back on the top. So it might look something like that. Okay, and then again I could just imagine my light source is coming from this direction. It might be sort of a medium shade over here, like so. Don't rush this, please, take your time. And it might be dark here, and then gradually get lighter. Okay, so give that a go.